see are getting out is actually being dominant with the ball and taking the onus away from the opposing team by being confident, playing higher, a bit like the way you guys play. I think there's a lot of experience now as a manager. Okay, we are live. I can confirm that right now. Good afternoon.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hello. Let us know where you are joining us from today. Good afternoon from. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that distraction. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon from Ontario, Canada. Good evening, good morning from wherever you are joining us. Please let us know where you are joining us from today. Let us know where you are joining us from, what the weather looks like. Yeah, welcome. Hi, peace. Welcome. Yeah, peace. Welcome. Peace is joining us from Ottawa. Welcome, everyone. Please let us know where you are joining us from today. Dr. Kitty is here with us this afternoon. We're live from. I'm reporting live from Ottawa, and Dr. Kitty is live from. Yes. So do well to join us. Let us know where you are joining us from today. Okay, while we wait for others to join, I'm just going to quickly do this. Okay, I think we're going to just get started. I'm going to introduce you while we keep welcoming others as they keep joining. Okay. So, okay, good afternoon. Keep joining us and keep telling us where you are joining us from today and what you are looking to learn. Any questions you may have based on your thoughts around the topic and the description around the topic. I know Dr. Kitty would try as much as possible to address as many questions as we can get through within the hour. Welcome. Keep joining. Share the link with a friend, a colleague that might be interested to learn how they can become business advisors, how they can become thinkers rather than doers or paper shovelers. Yeah, I'm going to just get started here and then we can continue chatting with Dr. Kitty as we go along. AI and Gen AI are opportunities of our lifetimes. They are bigger than the internet, search engine, cloud computing, mobile communication technologies combined together. Our guest speaker today advises business analysts and consultants to pivot their roles from competing against AI or even resisting it to harnessing its power. And they can do so by refocusing on delivering high-value work and fluency. And AI would be key to helping them achieve this. I'm already excited to get this conversation started, but let me finish with the introduction and we can get on with it. So welcome to another episode of the Future Forward Analyst Learning Series. My name is Oge. I'm the founder and the CEO of Pollard Consults, a training and consulting organization, and your host today for the Future Forward Analyst Learning Series. On this platform, we get the opportunity to learn from industry thought leaders and experienced analysis practitioners. They come here to share their insights about various business analysis ways of working, as well as share their career journeys to inspire new and experienced analysts to advance their careers. At the end of the week, you will get a recap of the key highlights of today's conversation. Make sure to subscribe to our newsletter on LinkedIn so that you can receive a summary of these episodes and details of our upcoming events. As you join, please feel free to drop your LinkedIn profile so that you can network and connect with others during the conversation. Let me introduce our guest speaker for today. Our guest speaker for today's episode is Dr. Kitty Hogg. She's the book author of The Business Analysis in the Era of Generative AI. This book has reached #1 on Amazon's computer science and business skills bestsellers chart in February of 2024. Our guest speaker, Dr. Kitty, received her PhD in computer science in 1999 from the University of Sheffield, UK. She's a holder of the British Computer Society International Diploma in Business Analysis. She's also a fellow of the BCS with over 25 years experience. She combines professional expertise across policing, national security, infrastructure, aviation, transportation, and emerging technologies like AI and Internet of Things with creative problem solving and regulatory fluency. She has helped organizations to translate complex challenges into pragmatic solutions and requirements. She's a passionate mentor and volunteer in the technology community. She's a native speaker of the Chinese language and a regular author of thought leadership articles. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome our guest speaker for today, Dr. Kitty Hogg. Doctor, you're welcome to today's episode of the Future Analyst Learning Series.
Thank you for the great introduction, Olga, and thank you everyone for joining this. I hope I can share my thought and experience with you all, and we can kickstart the debate of AI.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I will start with asking you to please, I know I've provided a brief insight into your background. Can you just tell us your journey into business analysis, how you started your career in business analysis, and how it has evolved over the years?
Yes, my background is computer science and technology. So I got my PhD in computer science. When I finished my PhD thesis is focused on software modeling. I have a choice to become a very technical person. Another choice to become more like a people person, like project management and business analysis. I'm really passionate about graphical representation, software modeling. So I chose the path to become a BA because I like working with people and I like problem solving. And so I've been a career BA for 27 years in the technology sector, like telecom sector. And I also have a couple of years in academics. Most of my time I spent in government sector in Metropolitan Police in London. And then I also returned to the private sector as in consultancy sector. Then most of the time I'm a BA, but the reason why behind I wrote the book, which published in February this year, is I initially wanted to create a product for myself because from time to time I want to remind myself what to do. It's like a reference book. I can refer to the hints and tips and techniques. Then I was thinking, well, I might just sell the book and make some money of it. And that's how the journey. Because as I said, as Oge introduced me, I have over a quarter of century of experience as a business analyst. I was very fortunate. I experienced the very early stage of digital transformation in the early 90s, which is really fascinating. Well, we convert paper-based documents to digital documents, and we upgraded from analog technology to digital technology. I feel a bit fatigued about the word digital transformation in the last 30 years. And I have this already, I have this sense because when I started working in the military sector in the defense technology, I already noticed the Internet of Things, robotic, digital twin, all these technology are becoming mainstream. So I was going to I will already plan to write a book well before the ChatGPT arrived in November 2022. Then when the ChatGPT arrived in 2022, November 2022, I actually have to remove over 100 pages from my book because the techniques I put in my book about the effectiveness of user story, acceptance criteria, software modeling like UML notation, BPMN. I notice it's not gonna be around because of the natural language processing of the generative AI to process the natural language and translate directly to computer code. And that makes me think that, okay, in the future, some of the tasks, the core business analysis tasks could be automated. For example, translate the natural language requirements into agile user stories, acceptance criteria, and then BPMN notation and all this diagram, UML, SysML notation. So what business analysts will need to do? And that's the content of my book is two parts, is to master prompt engineering technique. Use the AI as a tool to give our productivity a big boost, to improve our efficiency and productivity. And the next stage is actually to reskill ourselves from a traditional business analyst to a strategic modern AI business analyst. And that's my journey of the book from 27 years ago to today.
Thank you so much for that insight you've just shared. I think our very first question, that kind of takes us to the very first question for today. So the question here is, you mentioned that AI and generative AI present opportunity that surpasses major technological advancements like the internet, search engines, cloud computing, all combined. Could you elaborate on the specific areas or industry where you see the most significant potential for AI or Gen AI to disrupt and transform our works as business analysts?
It's not just a business analyst. It's a transformation to many other IT positions, like software development, testing, architecture, and business analysis, project management. You name it, they have it. So
yeah.
The reason why I can't come up with this observation is there are problems in the world that could not be solved in the past due to the restriction of compute power, and also the big data analytics, and also the speed of processing large amounts of data. That since the birth of the generative AI, based on deep learning, neural network, reinforcement learning, machine learning, all these techniques together, we have the opportunities to solve the problems which we could not solve in the past. I give you an example. In the past, it's really difficult to conduct big data analytics. But now, because of the compute power and also the GPU, CPU speed, we'll be able to use AI to collect a large amount of data to conduct big analytics. I give you an example. when you in the fashion industry, yeah, they're very into like knowing customer sentiment, customer preference. With the big data analytics and data intelligence, they can actually now go to the social media platform to basically listen to all the conversations, to look at the people, what the conversation, what kind of fashion they like, what kind of fashion trend there. And then they will be able to produce popular fashion to customers. And also climate change. Climate change is now in your city, Canada, Ontario. They're actually trialing the weather pattern using AI. Before that, when your Met office, your weather observation office, they actually use kind of sensor and they plug into different locations. Then they use it to predict the weather. They've been doing it for last maybe 30, 60 years. But now they use the AI to look at the historical weather pattern since the records began. And then they use this big data analytics to more accurately predict kind of weather. I mean, in your city, in Ontario, snowstorm is a serious problem in the winter. So they will be able to give your citizens some kind of early warning signal that the snowstorm is coming. Maybe you can take some measure to maybe work from home or do some preparation shopping for grocery earlier. So that AI can do, human can't do it because it's just so much data to process. And also it will take like millions of years for a human being to process data. But the AI, you're talking about, it's a matter of, if not seconds, it's just minutes to produce that. I can give you many, many examples about AI. So my conclusion is there are problems in the past which could not be solved that now it's become reality, that the AI could come to solve drug discovery and many, many things. So going back to the relevance of AI and BA, my message to the BA is AI is very powerful, but AI will not replace us. Only the person using AI will. My message to my fellow BA will be, use AI as a tool, but don't let it become your master. So we use AI as a tool. So as I said before, there will be some traditional BA tasks like documentations and BA artifacts could be automated. That use it to automate, to improve your productivity and do things faster. But then you need to reskill to basically come out of the project scope and then look at the more strategic role, more long-term, and help business owners, C-suite executive become their critical friend. Not looking at how what's the requirements of this project. Look at the organizational goal, pain point, competitiveness, profitability, to look at the higher level, because at the end of the day, the AI can produce the output based on the algorithm, and the algorithm is based on the data set. If your knowledge is not written down, the AI wouldn't know. So we need to be curious, innovative, use our human intelligence, use our soft skill, to upskill ourselves to become a more strategic business analyst. That's my message to my fellow BAs. I used to say in the future, but now I think the future is here now.
True. And I think this also aligns well with the topic where you said BAs becoming more of thinkers than just doers, right? Kind of leaving that tactical, operational tasks we do as business analysts and step up to become advisors to help even see the bigger picture, be more proactive than be reactive in our day-to-day activities as business analysts. Do you want to shed more light on that, being more thinkers rather than doers?
Yeah, because the doing bit could be automated by the AI, but the AI the AI still can't think. I'm very confident that it is us who can do the thinking. So given the example, we as a BA, we do the stakeholder management, stakeholder engagement. Maybe people say, oh, the AI can also do stakeholder engagement, stakeholder management, because it has a lot of knowledge from the internet, and the large language model will come up with a lot of good ideas about requirements. The differentiation between us and the AI will be, I go to engage stakeholders, interview the stakeholders, and I can see the stakeholder sentiment. Maybe the stakeholder didn't have a nice weekend and look a bit like not in a good mood, and I will just break the ice and say something. How's your weekend? And then maybe the stakeholder will say, I didn't have a good weekend because my dog passed away, and I will give some empathy and say, oh, it is really bad. It happened. Take it easy. I hope your furry friend rest in peace. I kind of break the ice, but the AI wouldn't do it. So we need to make use of our empathy. Look after each other. The calculation stuff, the generative stuff, it could be done by the AI. You ask the AI to translate natural language requirements to computer code, it does it brilliantly. You ask the AI to generate diagrams, it does brilliantly. You ask the AI to give you a template for functional spec, non-functional spec, risk assessment, impact assessment, all these templates, it does brilliantly.
True.
So we will need to use our human skills and our emotional intelligence, because we do possess the quality of we can think about something out of nothing. We think out of the box, and we can also maintain some kind of mental connection of dots. So if the stakeholders tells us this and that, and if you have multiple stakeholders telling you different things, conflicting requirements or conflicting ideas, we use our common sense to actually connecting the dots and make it more sense, and then go back to discuss with the stakeholders. We also have the morality and ethics.
Yeah.
So we know what is right, what is wrong. I'm just giving you an example. You ask the AI to do something illegal, maybe create a system, an IT system to hurt people. The AI will do it. It will translate to Python code or C++ or C# code, no problem. The AI will not question you. But if I was given a task to implement a solution which I think is illegal and will hurt people, and I will refuse to do it. So we know what is right, what is wrong. And then we also have the ability to empathize with people, and also we have curious. It is curiosity which drives innovation. So flexibility. For example, I gave you an example earlier. If you go to stakeholder and then you can look at the stakeholder sentiment and mood, and then you just act accordingly. But AI, it just do it really mechanically. So I think Elon Musk keeps saying, or Sam Altman, that they keep saying that the AGI, GPT-5, it depends on how you interpret, artificial general intelligence. But for me, our human emotion and our human soft skills, it is very, very complex mechanism chemistry that now is the time for us to make use of it, to explore it, and to help the world solve more problems. I have a personal passion. I hope I will be able to see in my lifetime that the problems I am not able to solve now will be able to be solved by the AI. I hope one day I will see a wheelchair person, wheelchair users walk again. I hope one day cancer will be treated like a flu. And I hope my grandmom will not have dementia. Because dementia is curable. And I hope one day we'll not have to worry about climate change and global warming. The consequences from the climate change, like drought or flood or wildfire, because we will have the technology to evenize, neutralize the climate. That will save a lot of life. And also food shortage. We'll be able to use AI to investigate, research on the improvement of harvest and seed, and so we improve the productivity of food and also the quality of food. So there's like a long list of unresolved problems now in front of us. So it may not be directly related to BA, but in fact it is, because for many, many years as a BA, we work in the office where we will go to the client or stakeholders, and then they will say, oh, the application about customer service or customer support or HR system or finance system. The traditional application we've been working on in my last almost 3 decades is on the desktop, flat screen 2D app. And when I carry out user acceptance testing, I just click the screen, click the button, enter something, and then go to the next screen, navigation. But what if BA can support emerging technologies like driverless car, a drone, Internet of Things, missile, military intelligence, military technology, and robotic? What about robots? But when I was working in Raytheon, I realized that they did not use BAs to capture requirements. They use system engineers because they did not know how to use BA to help with their digital twin and IoT projects, because they thought it is too technical for BA. And now all these emerging technologies, they are going mainstream. They're going mainstream. You will see more humanoid robotics, full self-drive vehicles, drones, all these IoT devices. They're going mainstream. Can we break the glass ceiling to come out from the traditional application, HR application, finance application, customer service application, to support the requirements and the user acceptance testing for a drone, for a robot, for an IoT, for a driverless car, for a space shuttle? That's the opportunity for us. That is the reason why in the the pre-introduction of my book is because AI is the combined of all these technologies.
Thank you so much for that insight you shared. But I want to just also chime in very quickly to say these roles you mentioned that may not be using traditional business analysts. They could actually have someone performing some form of business analysis, maybe, but doesn't bear the title of a business analyst. Do you think so?
No, I mean, we do need to, first of all, it's not like, oh, tomorrow when I wake up, I fancy to support all these IoT, robotic, digital twin technology. No, you do need to start developing your domain knowledge. So for me, if we want to be AIBA, before we jump into ChatGPT and ask GPT all the questions, we do need to spend some time in developing our AI literacy. What I mean in AI literacy, I have 3 parts. What the actual knowledge of AI, and second part, the ethics of AI, and the third part is the limitation of AI. So the first part, what do we need to know about the AI knowledge? We need to understand what AI is about. Is based on the 4 key techniques: machine learning, deep learning, neural network, and reinforcement learning. I'm not asking all the BAs to go back to the university to get an AI machine learning qualification degree, but we do need to know the principle behind AI, because ChatGPT, the generative AI, is the extension of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence has been around for like 70 years. It does things in the past. It will produce decision support in decision making, because AI can get vast amount of data and process the data and come up with the calculation based on the algorithm. So it extrapolates the prediction and deduces the conclusion. That's fine. The generative AI is to generate content like textual content, multimedia content like diagrams, images, voice, and animated motion pictures. So that's the generative AI. It's an extension of AI. And then we also need to make use of the generative AI by getting the optimal outcome from the prompt. So we do need to develop our prompt engineering skills. And then the AI ethics one. AI is not perfect. Don't believe everything in front of you generated by AI. AI does have its problem. For example, I don't have a solution, but I just want to give you awareness about what things associated with AI ethics. For example, the bias. AI bias is not very, because AI is based on the algorithm. Algorithm is based on whoever creates the algorithm, like the machine learning engineer or the data scientist. If they are biased, then we should disagree. About a year ago, almost a year ago, oh my God, how time flies. I went to Doer, and then I asked Doer, could you generate an image for me of a business analyst? And then it generates a middle-aged male in suit and tie. So but I'm a woman, I'm from Hong Kong, I'm Chinese, and I'm business analyst. Because in the algorithm, the machine learning, the training data, they make it, if you're a business analyst, you'll be the business analyst, a European white male in suit. So that's that I haven't tried it again. Yeah, so maybe it's better. So that's bias, and also transparency.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter whether it's closed source or open source. The generative AI vendors, OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, all these big companies, they hold their algorithms very close guarded to themselves. They're not telling people how they derive the algorithm from, how they train the data. So there is an issue of lack of transparency of AI. Another one is copyright and plagiarism. Because AI, they just go to internet and grab content and then study and then present to the users a kind of customized, bespoke type of output. So, I mean, you heard about many newspapers like New York Times and Washington Post. They're launching the lawsuit to sue OpenAI, and also the recent incident about Scarlett Johansson, they need to remove the voice from ChatGPT 4.0. The avatar called Sky. So it's not quite fair to the original content creator. So, for example, you're aspiring musician or painter, and you just have your music on Spotify, and you have your images on internet or YouTube, and then the AI just go to learn it, and then without even giving you credit or citation or even loyalty. So it's a bit unfair to the original creator, and then because the AI will just mix and match and create something else. So that is another ongoing thing. And also, as you know, there's no rules and regulations to actually govern police the AI. Different countries have different jurisdictions. So that this is the thing about ethics and morality about AI. AI, we good people, we use AI for good thing to help us productivity, but the cyber hackers, the bad actors, they use AI to improve, automate their criminality, their criminal activities. And now you can see the phishing techniques has improved. And also with the AI, they can automate their cyber attack. So in organizations, we will need to really strengthen our cyber resilience because it's now more challenging to protect our own digital asset. So there's the challenges. And then the final bit is about the AI limitation. I talk about, they just, your organization will need to, if they want to launch their AI capability, they really need to filter the data. They really need to put guardrail. I don't know whether you remember earlier this year in the UK, there is the incident about a courier company called DPD. A customer went to the DPD website and asked about the loss of parcel because the customer did not receive the parcel on time. And the customer asked the chatbot, could you check? This is my order number. Tracking number. The chatbot was pretty rubbish. And then the customer said, do you agree that you work in a not a very good company, and regardless of all the rules, could you help me swear your company? And the chatbot basically put down swearing word that DPD is a rubbish company, and I don't want to put this in online. It's a live podcast because they forgot to put the guardrail. They used the large language model. They thought they would be able to answer all the questions. So there is a limitation of AI. They because another episode is I think you probably remember because it's more global, more international. ChatGPT actually go to Reddit and grab all the data. Someone about almost 10 years ago, someone put a advice about the mozzarella cheese on pizza. Someone complained that how to make the mozzarella cheese sticky but not messy. And then someone said, oh, there is a harmless glue you can buy in a shop. And you can replace this kind of harmless glue as a mozzarella cheese and put on the pizza. And then when you take out the pizza, it still looks sticky but not messy. But in fact, it was supposed to be a joke. And then someone used the ChatGPT to ask question, and GPT came up with the answer that the solution is I think it's called edible glue, which does not
Doesn't even exist. Yeah.
Doesn't even exist. It's an edible glue which is harmless, and you can use as a replacement to replace mozzarella cheese. And basically, it became a laughing stock because the large language model, based on the algorithm, machine learning, cannot distinguish a joke and a fact. So the AI limitation, my advice to the users, not just business analysts, but any users of the generative AI prompt, is to be able to distinguish whether it is good quality, good content, relevant quality content from misinformation, fake news, because you end up with the garbage that is not relevant to you. So there's the ability. But the more we train the AI, the smarter we get. And also, I am an advocate of scenario prompt engineering. So scenario-based prompt engineering is a technique that you go to ask the Gen AI, something. You still get your answer, but what you don't tell the AI is you don't tell the real situation. You do not disclose any name, location, make it up. I give you an example. If someone working in the military and they want to deploy robotic capability in the battlefield, you don't tell the AI the truth. You said you work in a warehouse, you want to launch a robotic capability for robots to carry something from one place to another. So what's the requirements? What's the capability? What's the functional requirements, non-functional requirements I need to know in order to launch this capability? So that's a scenario-based prompt engineering technique. And also, as a BA, I think we will have the opportunity to be able to support the API. Basically, it's called GPT for Enterprise. So GPT for Enterprise, organization, they can subscribe the API from the generative AI vendor, and then to plug inside their firewall. And then within that, you have the pre-trained large language model with all the algorithms, and it still have access to the outside open source content on the internet. But at the same time, it can also plug it into your corporate data. So as a BA, we'll be able to set the requirements, because it's like SharePoint. You do have security and permission privilege. Who can see what? So for the content, it's all your data in your organization. We'll be able to support the business rules and business logics, that who can see what. So any user, for example, if I work in your company and I am working in the customer service, and I asked the generative AI, I said, can I see Oge's medical record? Can I see her sick leave record? I can't, because the AI will say, well, Kitty Hung works in customer service. She's not working in, she's not the line manager of OK, and she's not working in HR department. She doesn't need to know this kind of information. And so this filtering, we do need someone to actually test it, train the data, train the AI model, and test the model. I think this is an opportunity for business analysts to further to become an AI BA, a BA to support AI projects. That's the opportunity. So in order to do that, you will need three things about AI: the AI knowledge, what AI capability, the AI ethics, moral high ground, and the AI limitations. Before you go dive in yourself to the screen to use ChatGPT.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Before we continue with our questions, I just want to welcome some people that joined us while we were chatting. So, hi, Blessing. Thank you for joining us from Halifax, Nova Scotia. I also see Matthew. Matthew is joining us all the way from the US. Thank you, Matthew, for connecting with us today. And Nadine Thompson, she's also here in Ontario. Thanks, Nadine. She's an AI machine learning thought leader. So thank you so much, Nadine, for joining us this evening. Doctor, I would ask, I think we have, this might be the last question, otherwise, unless we get additional questions from the audience, but I have one right now that asks, in your proposed 7 steps of upskilling business analysts to transition to business advisors, do you want to go over, no, more like, do you want to go over those 7 steps that BAs need to take to be able to upskill themselves to step up to that strategic role you've been emphasizing all through this conversation and becoming business advisors?
Yeah, because you can see the 7 steps are very related to human intelligence, emotional intelligence. So I really want to advise the BA to use the AI as a tool, and then to develop the skills to, for example, in organization, they look at improvement of efficiency, cost savings, reduce the risk, and then embrace the agile mindset, and then also advocate the automation, and also with the skill of data-driven decision making, and then embrace the sustainability. So why are these 7 steps? It could be more, but 7 steps is a start. Yeah. So I'm going to walk through how we do that. Yeah. So when you're looking at the help organization to improve efficiency, you need to look at how they measure their KPI, and also look at the Professor Michael E. Porter's 5 force analysis. Look at the existing competitors, and also the new entrants, and also alternative products and services, the bargaining power of your customers, and also bargaining power of suppliers. That's how you look at this to help organization improve their efficiency. And in the improving efficiency, we have 2 types of efficiency. The quantitative efficiency, where you can fulfill your role in a shorter time, or you use the same time, but you improve your productivity. So you can look at these 2 areas of quantitative productivity. Another one is a qualitative productivity, qualitative efficiency. Is have you ever questioned yourself, why? Why are you doing certain thing? Always ask yourself, what I'm doing, am I helping the organization? Am I helping them grow? Or just is a vanity project? I just want to deliver, and then someone will feel better, or someone will use this project to further their career ladder, which happens quite a lot in large organization. If not, challenge the project or initiative that if this project initiative does not align to the organizational goal, objective, and mission statement, don't do it. And then you offer alternative options. That is called efficiency. For cost saving, you can look at the technology cost saving and non-technology cost saving. Don't be afraid, because once you become a business advisor, it's not AI or it's not IT. You have to cover everything IT and non-IT, because you are the critical friend of a business owner, a chief executive, C-suite executive. Yeah. You look at human, process, technology, everything. So for technology cost saving, you're looking at the comparison of cost between cloud service and proprietary data center. We can look at the maybe the your device, whether they out of obsolescent device. In fact, obsolescent server costs a lot more money to maintain than a server, the hardware, which is up to speed. And also, count your software license in your organization. I've seen organization, no name mentioned, They lay off people during the COVID, and they have like 2,000 licenses. But after they lay people off, they still keep the 2,000 licenses because they just don't. They maybe forget. They may be forgetful. So from time to time, you do need to look at the license inventory because you will save quite a lot of money in the technology cost saving. For the non-technology cost saving, you can look at your computer devices, server. If you procure something like more energy saving machinery, you will save your utility bills. And also devices, because that you, especially after the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the utility cost has gone up because of the global geopolitical event. So look at also even lighting in the office that put sensor. Try every way to save costs, and not just the. And also the other one is training and development. Compare, maybe it's cheaper to conduct online training rather than in-person classroom training. Another alternative is for example, if you have an organization, you need to train up 30 people. Instead of sending all these 30 people to the training course, you can send 3 people to go for the train the trainers course.
Yeah.
And then when they finish, they can come back to conduct internal training. That's another way to save costs. And there's so many examples in organization they can save costs. And also it's already happening now. Business executives, they used to be able to fly business class or first class for overseas trip meeting, but now they can only fly like a premier economy. And then they used to be able to stay in 5-star hotel, but they now can stay maybe 3 to 4-star hotel. So they kind of, and then they put a cap on the business lunch and business expenses. So that's the way to save money. I mean, you may say it's quite trivial. It's like it's not a lot, but every little helps. When you accumulate all the expenditure together, you will say at the end of the year, you will see there will substantial amount of savings. And then the third one, I would say out of the 7 steps, the third one is the most crucial, important. Especially we are living in this AI world, and with all the geopolitics, global events in amongst different regions, different countries, it's going to reduce the risks. Reduce the risk, and also 2 parts: reduce technology risk and reduce business risk. So when I talk about risk, people always think about cybersecurity. No, I said to them, no, it's more than cybersecurity. Everything. Business risk, you are talking about finance and also employees, physical risk, and also the reputation risk. So let me talk about the technology risk. Technology risk, make sure you have the service patching, you keep up to date antivirus software. This is the least we can do. Strengthen about our IT network, and also really, really make sure the employees are fully accredited, and make sure the suppliers, external third-party delivery partners, they're fully accredited, they're fully vetted in the security clearance department. Statistically, OJ, half of the cyber attack is related to insiders. It means the bad actors actually have the authority within the firewall with the authorization to enter certain system to conduct their cyber attacks. So that's the technology risk the business need to look at. The business risk you're talk about, as you just said, a very good reputation risk, financial risk. and also physical risk like building safety, fire exit, and also you know, you are in a building, if you own your or occupy your building premises, make sure you have the fire testing regularly, and also boiler inspection, because a lot of risk come from like gas leak or or gas explosion. So that's the non-physical risk and non-IT or non-technology risk. And also you talk about financial risk. Yeah, financial risk. Compliance. I mean, I know in the financial sector, in insurance sector, they're very big in compliance, because and also aviation industry, like airlines, airport operators, because of the safety, air safety. They're very into compliance. But then you look at some other industry, like maybe I own a media company. I own a marketing company, and I'm thinking, oh, it is not my problem, because it's my product and services is not life and death. It's not, because they still need to look at their business risk, their financial risk. So it's a cover all industry. Of course, in the compliance sector, like finance, insurance, or aviation, or Medicare, in the medical industry, they need to be more compliant. But all other industry, they still need to look at their risk. And then my step 4 is embrace agile mindset. What I mean about agile is, okay, it's an agile methodology, but also it's the spirit of agile. Incremental development, lower the risk, iterative life cycle. You can have the product at the very beginning of the project. It's called MVP, minimum viable product. It doesn't matter whether it is a traditional 2D app on the flat screen, or a robotic capability, or driverless car, or drone. You still have the MVP. And then I noticed in my 27th career as a BA, when you talk about agile, the business owners, they say, oh, it's an IT department. Not my problem. No. Agile is a cross-functional. It covers the whole enterprise. So we need to take the business owner on board, especially the finance team and procurement team. Because if you say, oh, it's a waterfall project, it's £3 million over 18 months, they say, okay, they will update their financial at their job done. And you say, well, this project is agile. We don't know how much we spend because we let our stakeholder flex up or flex down the requirements. We can only tell you maybe a sprint, 2 sprint ahead, that in this sprint we will have this amount of money, and the next sprint we will need that amount of money. It means that if you have a sprint every fortnight, if they have to update their financial record every fortnight, they don't like it. They say, give me more work. Just tell me how much. But I said, we can't. We can't. It's an 18 months project. We can't just tell you the figure. It may be more, it may be less. Depends on the requirements. Depends on the size of the scale of the scope of the project. So we need to educate them. You tell them, well, you know what? Waterfall life cycle. The project may work, may not work. Then you have the risk. You burn this money, and then you have no return of investment. But agile, we can reduce the risk. We can look at the defect. We can identify the bugs in the very early stage, because we test every single sprint, so we can identify any problem in the very early stage. If we do need to close the project, we close the project at the early stage without spending that £3 million, $3 million. Yeah. So we convince them. They say, okay, yeah, I get your story. Okay, I will do our finance record more frequently, because I want to support you. So it's about selling. It's about selling the agile mindset to non-IT people outside the IT department. Sure. And then the next one is embrace automation. I mean, it goes without saying. I mean, automation is save costs and save time. You know, machine work 24/7, 365. It doesn't have a sick leave, annual leave against like human. We human, we work mostly 40 hours per week, and then we have a holiday and we have a sick leave and all this. Yeah. So automation. Yeah. We have to. I always tell people we're living in a new world. We cannot afford to maintain the old mindset. We do need to advocate automation, because automation, as long as you have the upper hand of the AI or technology, you will always be the master of the technology. Don't be afraid of it. But you do need to kind of make use of, utilize the automation. And then the next one is quite important, is data-driven decision making, because with the AI, with the technology, we can actually use the technology to help organization to conduct KPI, key performance indicator, so they can measure the performance, and then with the performance, they can make an informed, more astute decision. Because at the end of the day, the KPI is based on the evidence. The evidence is backed up by data. So how to do it? So as a BA, you do need to do some homework. You do need to understand what the technology associated with data-driven decision making. You need to know data intelligence. You need to know data visualization. You need to know big data analytics, and you need to know predictive analytics. You need to know how to work. And also, a picture is worth 1,000 words. You do need to master your skill about data visualization, infographics, or the chart generated by the AI or technology to present to your stakeholders to look at. Because data visualization is not just communicate the data visually. It's all about facilitating understanding and effectiveness. So you need to be good. You do need to be good in data-driven decision making. And the next one, the last but not the least, I hope I didn't miss something, is advocate champion sustainability. Sustainability, I would say, is now mainstream. Organization, more and more organization, they support the sustainability, because we do need to be responsible for our climate, for our universe. We don't want to live a world full of pollution and full of toxin and with really hot to our next future generations. So sustainability is all about the thing is you have to have a personal passion about sustainability. For example, someone say, "Oh, I want to help the globe. I want to help the environment. I want to do this. I want to do that." But in their personal life, they drive a Range Rover. We call it gas guzzling vehicle, a diesel car, or whatever. It's not. You have to have a personal passion to support sustainability. By saying, oh, I want to support it, but in their personal life, they use one single use packages, and they drive fossil fuel vehicle, or they're not really passionate about their environment. So it's not. You have to like lead by example, right? Train yourself to be more environmental care. Yeah, you care about environment, and the benefit of it is not just for the more green environment, and also with this we can support more green energy, green technology initiative. So it's an opportunity for us organizations, and also now it's a corporate responsibility. Organization, if they break the environmental law, they will be fined. They will face a severe penalty. So by law, they will have to make sure for example, manufacturers, they will make sure they don't produce waste. they don't pollute the environment. So they will look at opportunities, the technologies, how they can improve their production line, productivity, the manufacturing. They will look at the technology, how they can make less waste. Yeah. So if we are passionate, we have a knowledgeable about the sustainability environment, that it's also pose an opportunity for us to support this kind of initiative. And then also it is environmental, personal passion to environment, corporate responsibility, and also last but not the least is corporate reputation. Organization, if they are passionate about their environment and they are known, they actually attract more clients. For example, if you go to a shop, or you go online, if a product said they use 100% recycling materials, you will probably quite likely will support this company rather than another product, similar product, they do not put anything about how they source their materials. So for me, I definitely, if I look at a piece of clothing or some equipment or something I need to use, like kitchen utensil, if they actually say the material is 100% recycling product, or they actually use recycled product to make this product, I definitely will choose it as my first choice. And even though maybe the design is not as good as the one which say nothing about it. So the benefits of being sustainable will actually help business improve their images, corporate images. As a result, win customer loyalty, win customer faith, and so it's beneficial to the business. And these are my 7 steps of become business advisor.
Thank you so much. We are actually past time. Yeah, you did. Thank you. We are 7 minutes past time, but in 1 minute, can you quickly talk about your book and why any business analyst out there should get a copy of this book?
So my book, as you say, is 350 pages. The audience, you can be a university student, and you want to understand about AI, and you want to work with people, become a problem-solving person. This book will give you an idea about what the role as a business analyst and how the business analyst can utilize the AI technology. And then I have a lot of case studies at the back of the book, so people can also use the case studies, look at the case study, how actually artificial intelligence and generative AI apply to practical IT projects for clients. And also, if you are already working as a business analyst and you want to see what are the opportunities there that I can maintain my relevance, basically to stay in the business analysis professional, and that this book will give you idea, how to reskill yourself, what kind of hints and tips you need to know. It's like a reference you can refer to the roadmap, how to transform yourself from a non-AI BA to a fully fledged Gen AI. And then if you are working as a corporate C-suite executive, a business owner, a CTO, you want to, as a CTO, a CIO in your organization, you want to look at your workforce forward planning. You want to look at your future of your workforce. So you want to know, with the AI, who should I hire in the future? And then this book will give you the job description. So when they hire, we have the IoT project or digital twin project. we want to automate our system. For example, I'm in the healthcare. We want to use robot to conduct operation, surgery in the theater, and we want to develop this capability. Then we want someone to actually capture requirements and know about the AI, about the robotic technology, about this, and then I can put down in the job advert the criteria, the mandatory criteria, desirable criteria. So if people who are in the C-suite, executive, business owner, they want to look at their future workforce planning, who they need to hire, they can also refer to my book. And then also someone who are basically just curious about the technology, then they can actually look at, okay, what is in with me in what can I learn about the AI? Then they can also use it as a reference book. And then maybe someone work in the government sector, they want to say, well, this AI thing is so new. The law need to catch up with the AI, with the technology. So as a policy maker, as a lawmaker, in the government, high up in the government, how do we govern the AI? This book will have all these limitations and all the about the AI, what they need to do to make AI safe. AI, I talk about AI safety, AI accountability. So, and in this book, people can say, okay, we want to make a society using AI safely, healthily, and also responsibly. We want to a society that people can embrace AI in a safe way, a healthy way, and responsible way. And so this book also have quite a substantial chapter about the AI cybersecurity, AI limitation, and AI ethics. So I have kind of five, six groups of audience that they can refer to. But of course, the type of audience who will benefit a lot the most from my book will be business analysts.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kitty. Thank you
I didn't know we already passed 1 hour. It's just like, I mean, if you have 4 hours, I can just
talk all day.
Talk all day. Yeah.
I know.
Because it is a massive area. It is I would say it is a generation. This is our lifetime. It is a I would say it's a career changing technology. It's a career. I would say in some aspect it's a life changing technology, but it's a career changing technology that we should not underestimate its capability and power.
Yeah, I agree with you. We can't just sit on the fence or ignore. We need to ask ourselves, what do we need to do to stay abreast or even remain relevant in this time? Thank you so much. I see the passion in your voice as you talk about AI and what it can help the entire humanity, not just business analysts, to do. So I want to thank you again for spending your evening with us. This is over an hour already. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Most welcome. Yeah.
And thank you for everyone that connected today and everyone that will watch this. I know some people, maybe because of the time, are not able to connect right now. Thank you so much for your interest on this platform. And thank you to our guest speakers.
Feel free to connect me on LinkedIn. And if you have any question, just once we connect, you can just send me the message, and then I will try my best to answer it. Because it's all about knowledge sharing in our community. Yeah. And we help each other. I learn a lot from other people as well. It's not just my solo effort.
Yeah, thank you. And do well to grab a copy of Dr. Kitty's book. I already have mine already. I've not had time to delve into it, but definitely I'm going to make out some time to read it. So please check out her book.
Thank you so much for your support.
buy a copy of her book. And thank you again for joining us. We'll look to summarize some of the key takeaways from today's conversation, and we'll be sharing that via our Future Forward Analyst newsletter. So please subscribe to stay up to date, and yes, and watch out for the next episode of the Future Forward Analyst Learning Series. And thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Goodbye, all. Bye-bye.
Bye. Sure. Okay. Okay, we are live. I can confirm that right now. Good afternoon.
Hello.